Hi, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do a motorcycle racing TV show, Team Chicago Challenge. My email is teamdan45@gmail.com. My website is teamchicago.tv. I'm in Woodstock, Illinois, McHenry County Fairgrounds. We're here for Buzz's fall swap meet. I don't come and do many of the swap meets. So I'm going to go back in the past. I haven't had any chance to do any racing, any off-road stuff. I'm going to find another great episode, a great show to put together, and I think you'll enjoy it. So let's see what's going on here, and I'll see what's looking in the past again with some of my TV shows, and don't forget my email, teamdan45@gmail.com. As I have stated, if you go to a swap meet, you can learn all about parts, the value of parts. Here's a guy selling some dirt bike, a nice looking Mako, a Bosco Trials bike. Over on the other side with a Kawasaki twin, rotary valve twin, two-stroke. Another guy is selling British parts. And I ran into a friend of mine, Jim Leonards, and he's probably been coming into these swap meets in Woodstock longer than I.
Good morning. My name's Jim Leonards. I've been coming to this swap meet for well over 30 years. The weather today is just beautiful. Fall is just coming upon us, and it's just so nice out right now.
So when you go to a swap meet, what do you usually look for? I mean, is it parts for bikes that you have, or do you have projects you might find something? What's one of the reasons it's great to go to a swap meet?
Well, you never know what you'll find. I came here a lot years ago because of bikes I was working on, and then I used to sell stuff, and I had so much fun selling things to people that people get so happy when they're looking for something and they find out you have it. It just makes their day. And over the years now, I don't work quite as much on motorcycles as I used to, but you never know what you find here. You never know. One time I found a cone for an airplane prop, even. You just pieces of jewelry, all kinds of stuff. And the people are just fantastic, and it's good to talk with them. Enjoy it very much. There's always something to talk about, whether it be the different things you see or that you've never seen before and don't even know what it is. But motorcycle stuff, they definitely have motorcycle parts here.
Thank you, Jim, and I'm always happy that Buzz Walneck invites me to come to his swap meets every year. And now we're going to jump back to 2004, Team Chicago Racing at the California Speedway. Let's check it out.
Day that we're here racing on Saturday the 12th, Ronald Reagan is returning to California. And I have to point out, this is really important to me that we talk about Ronald Reagan, the greatest president of the 20th century, because back in 1984 when the AMA, the American Motorcycle Association, sent him a form to fill out about what his feelings were about motorcycles, he hand wrote in there that he did not believe that the state should be requiring people to wear helmets. He believed in the freedom of a rider to choose. So Ronald Reagan was a friend of motorcyclists, and I'm going to dedicate this show to the memory of Ronald Reagan. Today we're going to be looking at the beginning of the 6-hour Dunlop Tire WERA National Endurance. We're coming out to California. Got probably 20 of the regular teams have made it. We got some local teams from California, so there's going to be some great racing action for the 6-hour National Endurance. So let's check out the beginning of the 6-hour Dunlop Tire WERA National.
The day I left Chicago, it was announced that Ronald Reagan had died. So it was a trip of sadness to California, but also a trip of discovery. I discovered Pioneer Village in the middle of Nebraska, and I stopped by the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library.
And coming into this round, Army of Darkness is still leading overall in the points with 304. Vezra Suzuki is second with 295. Canton Racing 1 is third. Team Velocity 4th. Canton Racing 2 is fifth. B&S Racing is sixth. Cherokee Challenge.net is seventh. Bell Suzuki 2 is eighth. FDK is ninth. Team Extreme, Max's Tire is 10th. Neighbor of the Beast is 11th. California Speedway, 2.36 miles. I believe it's a 2-mile oval on the outside. This NASCAR track as we wait for the start. As that Vezra Suzuki grab the start. Army of Darkness, is it right there? Nope. Army's third. Second looks like Team Velocity. Looks like one bike missed that first corner into the infield. Now this is a short chute that goes into turn 5 and 6, which everybody runs as a single carousel. You cannot see the bikes until they come back down this other chute. Then you got a left, right, and a tighter right. I guess that's turn 7, 8, and 9. But up front, Trey Beatty and the Vezra Suzuki, second place. It's like Bradley Champion. And you had Team Velocity, R1, number 6. That's Max's Tires, Team Extreme. Phil Caldwell starting on the Team Chicago, 4 and 6. Yamaha dealers, Torco Racing Fuel and Oil. We got our new paint scheme. It's not totally complete, but it's a new look for Team Chicago with the 04 R6. Well, here's a battle. Cherokee 271 and 27, BNS Racing. And they are battling for the lead in that middleweight super stock class. Vezra Suzuki's up front. Trey Beatty, Team Velocity running second on that R1 Yamaha. Third place was at that Cycle World Kawasaki. Cycle World Magazine is running a Stone Stock 1000 Kawasaki. I believe it's a ZX10. Well, we're running a Stone Stock R6 Yamaha. And here's the chicane off the front straightaways. We see Vezra come through. Now the AMA pros, they complained about the chicane also. It was not my favorite spot. You come off the banking, and they go left, right, left, with artificial barriers, lay down curbing. 27 made a break. That's BNS Racing. Army of Darkness 99 is behind 60. Canton Racing 1. 333 is FDK. They're on the gas.
And while the teams sort themselves out, let's go to a few comments from some of the riders.
Name's Daryl Nolt. I race with Team HMR out of Ohio. A bunch of guys come out, do some endurance racing. It's a lot of fun. Great way to get track time. It's my first year, so it's been helping me out a lot, getting to know the tracks and getting some good track time in. Get to race against Team Chicago. It's a lot of fun.
Steven Breckenridge. I'm with Team Velocity Racing. Riding out here at California Speedway. It's nice to be back in California. I like it out here. I've been out here quite a bunch throughout my life. You know, Speedway's a little different, a little fast, but tight as well. You know, I just want to go out and ride consistently and have some fun.
Myron Bell, Team Bell Suzuki. We're riding a lightweight super sport today, or actually lightweight super bike. Track's nice, facility's nice. It's a little bit of a step up from Nashville, so having a good time so far.
My name's Mike Heron. I'm Jaeger Racing. And Lance called me up. This is all short notice, so you should probably ask me how I like it in about 2 hours, right after I do my first ride.
My name is Reggie Godino of RoadRacingWorld.com is the team. It's Dave Swartz, myself, and Paul James. And as far as this track goes, I'm not really sure I like it, but it's fun. So it's a good track.
Alyssa Berghoff. I ride with Neighbor of the Beast, and I have no idea what we're doing at California Speedway. I hate these NASCAR tracks. I don't know why motorcycles race on them.
I'm Paul James with the RoadRacingWorld.com team, an SV650. Love the track. It's pretty cool. I've been out here in California. I'm from Milwaukee, so we're having fun.
Coming through the chicane, there goes Army. Whoa! Rider down. That's Cherokee Challenge. They were running right up there, dropped the bike. Is it? Yes, it's in the racing line. Yellow flag is out through this first chicane. It's a very fast, it's on the racing line. I think we're gonna get a red flag and we're gonna get a complete restart, which may be a break for us. This was good luck for us. Now we can't work on the bike during the red flag, but the second the race begins, we can begin working on the bike. Wait for the green flag as they take off. So my job, Gary Schilling lent me a bolt. The rear brake on this bike is the same as the rear brake on the SV 650 Suzuki, so I got the proper bolt. Now it is not a bolt to hold the brake on, it's a bolt to hold the brake in place. So we lost one lap already. I'm just going to make sure it is tight as can be, and I'm going to send Phil on his way. Well, we lost 2 laps as the leaders come by one more time. Phil heads out to do battle. Well, there's that Kawasaki Team Cycle World, and they're battling with Canton Racing, the boys from Georgia. And I'm going to go get some comments from the riders as Dennis Torres shoots me walking up the pit line. 71, it's Bell's Suzuki. They are flying. They are leading in that lightweight superbike class as Phil Caldwell comes flashing by one more time as we see that Cycle World Kawasaki 1000. That's Team Cycle World out of California, running heavyweight super stock on the stock bike. 4 riders are sharing the work as Phil Caldwell comes flashing by one more time. He's having a good time. All right, so here's what happened. This is Cherokee Challenge. Looks like they did not have much damage from that crash, no matter even how fast it was, but the shield got lost or cracked, so they're replacing the shield as they're gassing up. They're doing on a pit stop without losing much time. So they were very fortunate too to crash and not do any damage to the bike. And even with this time in the pits, they've only dropped to 7th place as we finish up 2 hours. Vezra's up front, Velocity second, Army is third, FDK fourth, and Neighbor is in 5th place. Phil Caldwell has almost been out there 2 hours because we refilled the tank. We've run the tank out, we're going to refuel, and now it's my time to take the Team Chicago 4 and 6 Yamaha dealers to 04 R6. It's time to go, but remember, it's a stock motorcycle. Don't expect much great performance, but it runs pretty neat. I'm really impressed with this stock motorcycle. As I go out to do battle, round 4 of the WERA Dunlop Tire National Endurance Series. As I head on out, and let's check this track out. We avoid the chicane coming out of the pits, but this is turn 3 and 4. Leads you into this short chute. Couple downshifts, brake hard. Now this is 5 and 6, but you treat it as one wide carousels. Get right back on the gas. Slam on the brakes. Cherokee Challenge just snuck by. So it's 7, 8, and 9. Get back on the gas. You got this short chute, and then the kink. Shift up. And then this longer chute.
Get all the way up to 5th gear. Two downshifts. You got this right left combination. And then a little wiggle to the right again. And then a left. Pretty fast stuff. Get right on the gas. Scream it. And this will lead you on to the front straightaway. Shift up. Shift up again. Hit the start finish line. Click to 6th. Little break, 2 downshifts, and here's that weird chicane. Left, right, another left. Swing it wide, stay on the gas. You're in 4th gear, you can stay on the gas. 1 downshift. Back on the gas. It's like Vezra's ready to come in. Again, because of the red flag and their larger fuel tank, they can almost go 1.5 hours. So Trey Beatty's going to hand it over to John Jacoby. 2-tire change and off he goes. We're running the 3rd hour, and Vezra Suzuki is up front. Army of Darkness is running 2nd. Velocity, Team Velocity on the R1 is running 3rd. FDK is 4th. Cherokee Challenge is 5th. And I just got a red flag. A red flag is out as we see Team Velocity on the R1. It's Ruben Frankenfield. Full course, red flag. Will head back into the pits. You cannot work on your bike during the red flag. And there's the reason for the red flag. The Honda boys are down. That's Team HRD Racing. They're sponsored by Dunlop. Honda R&D America. 1 minute board. But he's a slow throw. You gotta watch him. Cannot jump. I'm gonna dive down in the oop. I get blocked from both sides. Lousy start. Head into turn 3. See if I can get by some of these bikes. There's Jay Tanner on that HST R1. I get by Deal's Gap. Coming up on that David Schwartz. David Schwartz. And at roadracingworld.com, Suzuki, Vezra, Pirelli, Reflection Auto Body, and WERA. He's on a SV 650 Suzuki. David looks pretty good. I know I got more power, even though we're stone stock. The bike's handling pretty good, but it's not great. Got another bike. I got a flash by here. Get on the gas. This heads us into turn 11, 12, 13, I believe. I'll let that bike come right back. You gotta stay on the brakes. Get on the gas. This leads into the front straightaway. Up front, Vezra Suzuki. Team Velocity is running 2nd. HST is running 3rd on the track. But with the extra pit stops, Army of Darkness is seriously 2nd place overall. And as we get into the 4th hour, it's now Steve Carson on the Team Chicago R6. It's Steve Carson who led Team Chicago to 2 national titles. He is looking great out there on this road course. In the pits now, Army of Darkness. They're in 2nd place. They make a pit stop. Change the rear tire.
Ben Walters is taking over. He's got them new Excess Brothers. Phil Caldwell delivered them. MotoHeaven.com. Leading that lightweight class, Bell Suzuki 2, 333, that's FDK. They're running in 4th place, 27 or 271. They're running in 3rd place, that's Cherokee Challenge. 10th place, Team Extreme, Maxxis Tires. Running a good solid race. HST is in 5th place on the R1 as Jay Tanner. 27, they're on the charge. They're in 7th place. 4th hour, California Speedway. As Steve Carson comes by, we're moving up. We're in 14th place now. Team Cycle World on that stock Kawasaki. Their leading class, 8th place. And Vezra Suzuki is up front. As he coming to the 5th hour, Phil Caldwell is on the Team Chicago R6 as he chases or battles with the Kawasaki 1000 of Team Cycle World magazine. 2 stock motorcycles. Bell Suzuki goes flashing by. As we see Cherokee Challenge, they're in 4th place. 145, that's the Honda boys, HMR Racing. They're back on track. They were in the pits for about a half hour fixing the bike, but they came all this way. They wanted to ride. FDK is running in 3rd place, 333. Deals Gap Racing running 13th. In fact, they're 3rd in class. As you see, HST Racing, the R1 from California, and they are on their charge. They want to be on the podium as Vezra's in for their final pit stop. John Jacoby gets off. Phil Caldwell comes flashing by in Team Chicago R6. And Mark Young is going to be on the Vezra Suzuki. They are leading at the 5-hour mark at California Speedway. I'm back on the Team Chicago R6, getting near the final portion of the 6-hour National Endurance Dunlop Tire WERA 6-hour National Endurance. They head out to the front straightaway. Vezra Suzuki is still up front. Army of Darkness running 2nd. HST Racing, they are charging. 333, that's FDK. They're running in 5th place. Neighbor to Beast, that's Scott Fisher on there. They are in 6th place. They're putting on a great race on that R6 Yamaha. Scott's looking good on the gas. Moving to 3rd place. HST Racing, Corey Eaton on that R1 Yamaha. He is flying. They come back into the infield one more time. Heading towards this 5-6 carousel. Another bike in front of me, and Chase Army of Darkness comes into the pits, but Team Extreme could make more points, more miles because of the 2 red flags during the first half of the race. They could probably make more points in the second half of the race, and they are on the backup bike. As we see, Cherokee Challenge, they're in 4th place. Army of Darkness is done with their pit stop. They're in 2nd place, 5 laps down from Vezra Suzuki, but they're running a solid 2nd place. 3 men, shift up again, shift up one more time, quick 6th. Blue Ridge Performance, they're running 11th place, 2nd in class. Up front, Bell Suzuki, they're running 9th place. But it's Vezra Suzuki up
front, Army is second, and with the checkered flag, Morgan Broadhead's going to talk to John Jacoby.
John, the first time in years that WERA's come out west and you guys take the win, it's got to feel good.
Yeah, it really does. You know, it's a little long to come out here to California, but we had a good turnout. Track is wonderful. Weather's wonderful, just like California. And, you know, this Vezra Suzuki, again, was flawless. Pirelli tires were hooked up, and got another one in the book.
Well, at the end of 6 hours of racing, it's Vezra Suzuki, Army of Darkness, HST Racing, Cherokee Challenge, FDK, Neighbor of the Beast, BNS Road Racing, Team Extreme, Maxxis Tires, Bell Suzuki 2, Cycle World, Team Cycle World, Blue Ridge Performance, Deal Gap Racing, and Team Chicago. We end up 13th in the points. Vezra is now in the lead, 418 to 416 for Army of Darkness. Cherokee Challenge third, FDK fourth, BNS Road Racing fifth, sixth is Bell's, seventh is Neighbor, eighth is Team Extreme, ninth is Team Velocity, 10th is Canton Racing 1. And with the checkered flag, Team Chicago, we have moved to 15th in the overall points.
Music for the show provided in part by Mike Priest, Engine, Travesty, and Intrigue. And all this music recorded at Fireside Studios, Westchester, Illinois. For more information on WERA, Western Eastern Road Race Association, America's road race leader, it's WERA.com. On Facebook, it's WERA Motorcycle Road Racing. Special thanks to Dennis Torres for the additional video footage. We could not have done the show without his help. To contact me, and I love to hear from my audience, it's teamdan45@gmail.com. But remember, you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action, Dan Schmitt Politics. So learn what makes America great. And I highly encourage you to visit the World of Motorcycle Museum. They're in Winamac, Indiana, 4 miles south of North Judson on Indiana Highway 39. But give them a call first at 574-896-3172. It's a great trip and a great collection of motorcycles, and you can buy Harley Davidsons and Yamahas at Kirstein Cycle. And pick up your Team Chicago history package at Rich's Yamaha in Lockport, Illinois. But give them a call first at 815-838-8130. It's richesyamaha.com is their website. Pick up your copy of the Team Chicago history package. And if you want to learn everything there is to know about motorcycles, there's nothing like going to a swap meet. Here's a few Walneck swap meet dates in 2026. Princeton, Illinois, Shepherdville, Kentucky, Woodstock, Illinois, Princeton, Illinois again. Remember, walneckswap.com, walneckswap.com to learn everything you may ever know about motorcycles.